Welcome to your daily writing habit, episode number 178. If you are writing a book or thinking about writing one, or maybe you've started writing a book and you're having some trouble finishing it, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Ink, I-N-K. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I found that three things have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who doesn't really consider themselves an author into one: writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And since the live version of this episode is airing on a Sunday, so happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you're having a lovely morning. Rather than giving you tips about writing your books, each Sunday, what I do is kick back a little bit and I give you an example of a finished product and I read from one of my client books. I call this Sunday Story Time. And at the end of the book excerpt, what I do is I pose a learning question that will hopefully help you with your own writing. So, going to the Ink Authors, so to speak, bookshelf of where I have my Ink Agency author client books all piled up, all lined up, which is such a lovely thing to walk into every day in my office to look at all these beautiful book covers by these beautiful people. And the book I have selected is The Monster Under the Bed: Uncovering the Lie That Drives Us by Kim Fisk. And Kim is actually going to be a guest on an upcoming episode of Your Daily Writing Habit, where she's going to talk about the monsters that are keeping us from writing and finishing our books. So I'm super excited to have Kim on as a guest. So let's read a little bit from her book here so you can get a preview of what she'll be talking about here on the show. Here we go. We rarely take the time to observe and investigate the thoughts streaming in our mind. We just hear them, think that they must be true, and then we respond to whatever the message is. This is what I refer to as aligning with the thought. The GPS, quote unquote, to help us determine if we have aligned with our negative chatter or not, is our emotions. It's natural to align with the voice in our head. It's the same stream of thoughts running through our minds, telling us why we can't, why we shouldn't, or why we've never been able to. Or it's telling us that we have to win, be perfect, work harder, or be the best. We know we've triggered the monster when our thoughts are saying these things, which immediately lead to negative emotions. This is what I refer to as having a monster mindset. Several years ago, I had a coaching conversation with Sharon, one of my team leaders, regarding her business. In discussing some of her struggles, she claimed she didn't have any chatter. To this, I said, "Really? Wow, that would be amazing if you didn't." Moments prior, she had recounted to me how worried she was about her business numbers going down. She gave me her stats, saying, "These are the numbers and they don't lie." She went on to interpret the data, or I should say her monster interpreted the data. She sadly concluded, "Kim, I don't think I can do this business anymore. I guess I'm not a good leader. So many people on my team have quit. I know that's why my business is tanking." "Sharon, do you hear it?" I asked. "Do you hear the chatter?" "It's not chatter, Kim. It's the truth," I said. "Sharon, businesses ebb and flow. That's all it means. I have people quit regularly too." "No, I can't do this." She mentioned another team leader. "John's business is thriving. People are flocking to join him. I just don't have it, and I know that's why my business is going down so fast." "Okay, Sharon, you have to hear that, right? Do you hear the chatter?" "Kim, it's not chatter. It's the truth." On and on we discussed, and on she defended her truth, aka aligned with the thought. She didn't hear these thoughts as chatter, but emotionally she felt defeated and distressed. She thought about our conversation that evening and told me the next day about a conversation in her head that went something like this: "You're just a big phony." To this, she vehemently responded, "No, I was never phony. I believed what I said, and when I said it, I never lied or led anyone falsely." As she finished defending herself, it dawned on her to ask herself, who am I talking to? It was the same voice in her head that had told her the quote unquote truth earlier. She moved to observing the thought instead of aligning with it. She separated out the voice and saw it for what it was: chatter. Voila. The numbers on paper reflected a downward cycle. That's just data. When that data touches the lie inside us, you get, "I'm not good enough. I suck." The monster is triggered and proceeds to give us the meaning of the data. Chatter will make sure we know why it happened and the role we played in it, usually how inadequate we are. This happens in a nanosecond in our mind, and we usually aren't even aware of it. That was again from The Monster Under the Bed, Uncovering the Lie That Drives Us by Kim Fisk, an upcoming guest on Your Daily Writing Habit, where she's going to talk about the monsters that are preventing you from finishing your book. So, pretty excited about that. And here's today's learning question. What is the loudest quote unquote monster message in your head that's keeping you from finishing your book or from doing whatever task? So, if you're not writing a book right now, whatever major kind of passion project that you have in front of you, what is the loudest message in your head that is keeping you from finishing, or for some of you, from starting? Write it down, look at it, and ask, is it really true? And what would I do if it wasn't? Those are today's learning questions. And be sure and drop by my Ink Authors group on Facebook. And Kim is actually a member. You can actually tag her in a post if you have questions about this or you want to talk more about the monster mindset. She's Kim Reed Fisk in Ink Authors on Facebook. And in that group, you'll get motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. So much going on in Ink Authors on Facebook. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone else who wants to do the same, please let them know Your Daily Writing Habit. They can pick it up on their Amazon Alexa device, iTunes, Google Play, wherever podcasts are, so many different places. And until tomorrow, happy writing.